So what this is saying is that they have all these different number plates, AD1, AD4, whatever, and you can only have a combination of two letters with the selection A, B, C, or D, and followed by one of these four numbers. It says how many number plates start with a double B. Well, basically, you can have a BB1, BB2, BB3, or BB4. So those are the only different combinations you can have, aren't they? Because that's what it says. It says you can only. It says we're talking about something that starts with a double B, and then it says you can only follow by a numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the answer is going to be 4 there. Okay. Now later on, you get this kind of topic can get really complicated, but this is just an introduction to it. Calculate how many plates there are and this one looks like it's going to be a bit harder. Calculate how many plates there are that start with any repeated letter. Well, you can so we can have something starting with AA, we can have something starting with BB, or with CC, or with DD, and each one of those could have so it could be AA1, AA2, AA3, or AA4, right? So there are 4 with each one of these combinations. You can have another 4 combinations within that. So it's going to be 4 times 4, 4 lots of 4, so 16. Yeah. So there are 16 different combinations of that because there are 4 different types of, there are 4 different possibilities of having double letters, and then within each one of those possibilities, you can have 4 other combinations. So you could have AA1, AA2, AA3, or AA4. So in total, it's going to be 4 times 4, which is 16. It then says, calculate how many plates contain just one vowel and an odd number. Right, well, so let's look at the vowels contain just one vowel. Well, the only vowel in here is A. So we're going to have to look at all the different combinations of A. Well, we could have a B. We could have BA. We could have C. We could have AC. We could have CA. We could have AD. Or we could have DA. We can't have AA, right? Because AA is not one vowel. It says just one vowel. That would be 2 vowels. So those are all the possible beginnings. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible beginnings. And each one of these could finish with either 1 or 3, which means there are 6 different possibilities, and each one of those could have 2 possibilities within them. So it's going to be 6 times 2, which is 12. So the last one, it says D, given that there are 64 possible codes in total, calculate what fraction of the number plates have their 2 letters in alphabetical order, giving your answer in the lowest possible form. Okay, well, this is kind of a hard question. So we know it's out of 64. So we'll come back to that later on. Now it says, what fraction of the number plates would have answers in alphabetical order? So the beginnings could be AB. It could be BC. It could be CD. Or that's it, actually. And then it's going to be any one of these could have 4 different combinations. So it could be AB1, AB2, AB3, AB4. So in total, there's going to be 3 times 4, which is going to be 12 different possibilities. You would then simplify that. So an easy way to simplify it, well, we just need to see what number. It looks like 12. 12 can definitely be divided by 4. It can be definitely divided by 6. 64 can't be divided by 6 because 60 can be divided by 6 and 4 is less than 6, so it's not a multiple of 6. So So could it be divided by 4 then? Can 64 be divided by 4? Basically we will say, well, 80 can be divided by 4. So if you took away, say 4, let's start taking away 4 from 80. So we go down to 76, then 72, then 68, and 64. So it can be divided by 4. So then we go, right, so we're going to divide them both by 4. So that's going to equal to 3 over. And then we go 64 divided by 4. I'm just going to use a calculator for this one, to be honest. But 64 divided by 4 is 16. Can it be simplified any further? 16 cannot be divided by 3. So no, it can't. So 3/16 is the answer there. Okay.